The 2000 Christmas Daddies Telethon is a production of the employees of ATV ASN, their families, friends, and many volunteers. We would also like to thank these generous contributors who help make our telethon possible. Many thanks to Maritime Moving and Storage for their commitment to the telethon and taking care year-round of the Christmas Daddy set. Video assistance was provided by Telab Audiovisual Services, your conference and staging specialists. Our thanks to Tour Tech East for supplying additional equipment for the production of the telethon, to Kent Building Supplies for their assistance in decorating our music set, and to Cricket on the Hearth Interiors, who also provided set decoration. Thanks to MTT and the MTT Call Center volunteers for their generous support. Vehicles for the staff of Christmas Daddies were supplied by Discount Car and Truck Rentals. Airfare for guests of Christmas Daddies was supplied by Air Canada Air Nova, and accommodations were provided by the Citadel Halifax Hotel. The Citadel, your best downtown value. Thanks to the ladies division of Caldwell's, who provided holiday fashions for today's hostesses, and to Mark's Work Warehouse for supplying clothing for the Christmas Daddies crew. Many thanks to the staff and management of the Royal Bank Financial Group. Honor your pledge at the branch nearest you. And our list would not be complete without grateful acknowledgement of ATV ASN for providing facilities and airtime, and for their generous support of the telethon all year round. And now, welcome to Hour 4 of the Christmas Daddies Telethon.
Okay, we're back here on the band set, everybody. Welcome back. We'd like to take this opportunity now to tell you how much fun we're having this afternoon accompanying the various singers and musicians. And I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce my friends and colleagues who come out each year to perform on Christmas Daddies, beginning with our pianist this year for the first time in a while, J.P. Ellis playing the piano this afternoon. On saxophone, my good friend Ken McKay, and from Truro, Dr. Bruce Phillips. And of course, over here on guitar, looking a little sad at this point. Are you okay, Alex? You're looking kind of sad this afternoon. Is everything okay?
Well, I lost my glasses.
You lost your... Is that the only reason that you're sad? You seem...
No, I've been so busy, I haven't seen my wife in a long time.
Oh, no. Well, maybe...
I don't know if you seen her by Christmas even.
Uh-oh. Do you want to sing about it?
Maybe that'll help.
Will that help? Why don't we try that? Here's Alex Vaughn and the band.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing if you're not here with me. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain. And when that blue heartache starts hurting, you'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white. But I'll have a blue Christmas. All right, little saxophone right here. That's enough. Thank you very much. I'm feeling better. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white. But I'll have a blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas.
Sounded good. Sounded good, Johnny Alphonse and the house band. John, you're sounding good. How's it going back there in the TV station?
It's going real fine, Steve. We're having a great time here at the broadcast center. And, you know, I'm reminded of many years ago with Christmas Daddy, Steve, and some of the people who played music on this show, some of the people who are a lot older today who were here in this very studio when the show began 37 years ago. People like the late Louis DeJoby and Jerry Clark, who was with us last year, and Frankie Arab, and all of those musicians. And of course, here we are today, 37 years later, and very happy to be here again, Steve.
Well, John, I have to tell you now, if you'll just take off your band leader hat for a minute and slip on your chapeau as the president of the Musicians Union and really the top musician in the province. We couldn't do it without you, and there's been a long history and a relationship between the Christmas Daddies organization and the union, the Atlantic Federation of Musicians, and we salute you once again, sir, for all of your members' fine contributions. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much for saying so, Stephen. On behalf of the membership and my predecessor, Peter J. Power, and everybody involved with the show today, those professionals and hobbyists, again, please call in your donations, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing it all for you and for the children, and thank you.
Absolutely. I want to put you to work now, Johnny. Let's have a little drum roll, shall we?
Okay, let's do it.
This is what it looks like when Johnny does a drum roll. This is what it sounds like. All right. Let's wheel out some numbers for you here just after 3 o'clock. Halfway through our Christmas Daddies 2000 telethon. Let's see how we're doing so far from CKCW Moncton. $71,138. Our total in Cape Breton is at $60,087. And the mainland Nova Scotia total, $81,800, for a grand total of $213,108. All right. Thank you, John, and we're here at the Big Leagues Beverage Room, Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia. I want to introduce you to a couple of the people who've been very involved for many years in Christmas Daddies out here. Brian Warshik, who many of you will know is the newly elected, newly minted councillor for this area. Good to see you.
Well, actually, it's District 6, Thief, right next door, but thank you very much. And you can tell by my voice, we've certainly been involved. Myself and Greg and Randy yesterday. You were up here. We had the big auction going yesterday. I think it was something like close to 300 items or so. Yeah. But, and I had another one last night, so I'm not letting you know how we did, but I've heard. But,
well, we won't expect to hear much from you at council next week.
No, absolutely. Be pretty quiet on Tuesday night.
Well, Brian, you've been a great supporter for the years, and we're glad to have you. Thanks so much.
I've been very nice. I've been just doing this with Greg and Randy for at least a half a dozen or 9 years now at least, and it's a lot of fun. I like to donate my talents to Christmas Daddies, and everybody out there, please call and make a pledge. It's a worthwhile cause, and we certainly do need the money.
Certainly wouldn't mind hearing from all the members of the HRM, Mayor Peter Kelly,
absolutely,
the whole bunch.
That'd be nice.
Thanks, Brian. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Now here's the man of the hour, a man who was earlier kidnapped by Dick Scrooge over here. Now, Dick, I see you here attempting once again to put down the efforts of the big league staff, and we're not going to put up with it.
Oh.
Restrain this guy somehow.
Well, you've already tried that, and I don't know, I was just talking to Bonnie here a minute ago, and...
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Can't you find better company than that guy to your right?
That's why I'm just going like this.
Yeah, stay away from him. But Bonnie and I decided maybe $5,000 on the helmet now might...
Humbug. Oh,
5,000?
Terrible. Awful. Oh, no.
Well, it's going to cost him for putting his hands on me, I'll tell you.
Well, we're going to have this man. Dealt with by the end of the day, I'm quite sure. We'll be back to talk to you, Bonnie, Greg, in a few minutes. Mr. Scrooge, walk with me. A couple of our old friends are back over at this table. They've been very quiet here so far, but I seem to recognize you gentlemen from years gone by. And I'm associating you with O'Regan's, Chev Olds in Halifax. Am I right?
Right.
Remind us of your name.
Wesley Rankin.
Hey, Wes. And?
Calvin McGraw.
And you gentlemen have been with us on the auction of Christmas Daddies for quite a few years now. What's on your mind this year?
We think we'll go for the birdhouse.
The birdhouse?
Yeah.
That's 2 birdhouses for the price of 1. And what is your opening bid on that going to be?
Start 500.
Yeah.
500.
$500 to get us started on the birdhouses. Now, how's that? Well, you know what? That is the better bid that we have at the moment, because the previous bid there was from Eastern Green of $350. So mark down O'Regan's, the employees there, $500 bid. Thanks very much. Now, I want to take a walk, and I'd like you to meet a very, very talented craftsperson who's responsible for this fantastic piece of work up here. Tell us who you are.
I am Sandy Brown.
And tell us how it came to be that Sandy Brown made this fabulous denim Minglewood quilt.
I make these quilts for a living. I have a business, and they're called Denim Dream Quilts, and Matt and I joined forces to raise some money for the kids, and I want to tell everybody out there to show me the money. Where is the money?
I say you better say that again, Sandy.
Show me the money.
And what do you say here, folks? Show her the money. All right. Oh.
And I have to tell this man, that is not a doormat. It's not a doormat.
No, he saw mat on it and he thought it was a doormat.
Yeah, he's a little confused there. Yeah, a little
Well,
confused.
now, you sell these professionally. Give us some idea what a quilt of this variety would be
I
worth.
wouldn't make one of these for under $1,300, so we've got to make some money.
So
on
we're
this.
about a tenth of the way here with a bid of $150.
I think somebody's holding out. I think Scrooge is going to get it because he needs something like this to warm him up.
I'd like to wrap him up and ship him in.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Sandy, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very
It's
much.
$150 right now, and that is from the Organization for Responsible Bikers. But, you know, certainly we can do much better than this. You'd have to get in nice and close here. Gord Danielson of the CTV Atlantic Bureau is on the lead camera here. It also comes with a lovely carrying case and an autographed compact disc. It's a great item, and certainly you should be making a bid. I think you've had some effect on the bidding on that quilt, though, because it's only $150 right now.
Oh, I don't want the bid to go any more than that. That's way too high already.
So people basically shouldn't call?
No,
866
don't call.
486
No,
3737.
no, don't call. Don't make a bid.
Don't call.
Save your money. Hoard it away at home, please. Don't call.
3737 is the number. Quick update on the other items. You've just heard an updated bid on our bird houses over here, the bird feeder and the lovely bird house. The Canada Post stamp, Karen Soller at $150 is the bid on the Canada Post stamp right here. It's a lovely item featuring the work of a local artist. The bid now on Joe's trucks over here. And these are really, really lovely trucks. A couple of cement mixers and an old-time truck. And the bid at the moment from Eagle Security is $500. We have a bid on Snoopy right here from Tanya Dutton of $150. This is the 50th anniversary 3-foot giant Snoopy, and it's donated by the Hallmark store. So you'll want to get on the phone and make a bid on that item right at the moment. Right here on our children's dragon stool, this is a very, very nice item. It's unique. It's made by Michelle Zwicker of Bridgewater, Nova Scotia, and David Holdaway has a bid of $100 on the chair at the moment. Now, just to the right is the wooden train set made for us by Gerald Chasson. It's a bid of $250 now from Flutech Masonry. Flutech Masonry. You can do better now at 486-3737. You've heard about the Fleet Diving Unit helmet, of course. It's up to $5,000 from our friends here at the big leagues. The bid on the schooner now from Leslie Chetwynd is $500 on the schooner, an item that's been in this auction now well over 25 years. And the Mariana, which is the boat that was made and named for ATV's Mariana Bashinsky. We've heard from our friends down at Casino Taxi. They've now upped the bid there to $600 on the Mariana. Waiting for bids now on the plunger. It's Mr. and Mrs. LaForte in there with $350. And on that lovely candle holder from Seagull Pewter, our bid at the moment from Donnie Gallant is $250. 486-3737. Time for more donations. Back at the studio. Here we go. Tom Walters.
Well, we've got a big check here from some big hearts at Smoky Drive Elementary School. Ben, how did you raise this money?
Well, people decorated envelopes and they donated money and they put the envelopes on the Christmas tree.
That must have been quite a sight, Katie, all those envelopes on the tree.
Yes, it was very decorative.
I guess. Now I'm going to go down to the end here and talk to Sarah. Sarah, why did you want to give money to Christmas Daddies? Did you think this would be an important thing to do? Did you think this would be a good thing to do? Yeah. Well, you were absolutely right about that. And thank you to the kids from Smoky Drive Elementary School who've raised $574.28. How about that? That's great. Paul.
All right, Tom, you know, people might not know in my previous ATV existence, I moved furniture. Back in my university days.
That's why you're so strong.
Yes, so, well, thank you. With particular affection, I bring our next guest on, Clint Giffen from AMJ Campbell Van Lines.
Correct.
And you have a check for how much?
$1,700.
And $1,700, Clint, goes to Christmas Daddies. How did you raise $1,700 in 12 short months?
Well, a lot of credit has to go to the administration gals. They're really good at what they do, and in particular, spearheaded by Dolores Cooper. She did a great job. 50-50 draws, and we had a couple of great baskets. One we did during the summer months, and of course our Christmas basket. And then, of course, our Casual Fridays, which I said last year we charge a fortune to dress casually at AMJ Campbell on Fridays.
Right on. Well, Clint, you have a very good voice for television.
No, they told me I had a face made for radio.
Black and white radio.
Right.
Listen, thank you very much. $1,700, we appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Okay, thank you. Tom Walters, back to you.
Well, thank you, Paul. And Teresa Smith is here from Chester Area Middle School. Teresa, tell me about the fundraiser you had.
Well, we had a spare change drive basically every afternoon after the lunch period. 2 students from my homeroom would go around and collect whatever, pennies, nickels, dimes, whatever people wanted to give.
And how long did that take? Over what period of time did that happen?
Just the last 2 weeks.
And there must have been quite a bit of enthusiasm for that because you raised quite a lot in the last 2 weeks.
The kids were wonderful, and the teachers were bringing in tins of spare change they had at home. So it was great.
And at the end of the day, you have?
$405.
Tremendous. Thank you very much, and thank you for the contribution to Christmas Daddies. Paul.
Okay, Tom, we have with us now in the ATV studio the Happy Wanderers. Now, before we start, I want to introduce each one. First of all, what is the Happy Wanderers?
The Happy Wanderers is a seniors social group, especially a singing group. We banded together to work on our local TV station. Okay. We have a program, and basically we started a program to, that the older people would like, the older generation would like, but now we have all generations watch us. We've been at that program 11 years.
You're too young to be a senior.
And sing and sing.
You're not old enough to be a senior.
I haven't any money with me, so I can't pay you.
Well, listen, we might as well pitter-patter and get out of here. How much have you raised, and how did you raise it?
$9,200. And we are, in the 7 years we've been working just for ATV Christmas Daddies, we've taken in over $50,000.
Over $50,000. Amazing. The Happy Wanderers, $9,200 this year, over $50,000.
All for the last 7 years that we've been working for.
That is an incredible donation. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Okay, Tom, over to you, buddy.
Well, thanks, Paul. Meet Tracy, Amanda, and Paige from Gatesbrook Junior High School. And tell me how you raised money.
Well, we got our principal. We were having a dance on the 13th, so we got him to front us some $500 so we could give it to Christmas Daddies. Then we raised $200 by sitting at the Superstore freezing, and we took donations, and so that's how we got $700.
Why were you freezing at the store?
Because the doors broke.
Oh, so you were at the front door, and there was a bit of a draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me how much you raised.
$700 altogether.
Well, congratulations for that, and that's money coming from a school dance and from generating donations at the store. Thank you very much for that contribution. $700 for Christmas Daddies.
All right, Tom, now I am 6.5 feet tall. I have a bunch of people here that are about 2.5, 3.5 feet tall, so we're going to bring it down just a little bit. We have here the first Sambro guides. Who wants to talk? Who's our spokesperson here? Is it you? What's your name?
Cassie.
Kathy, how much did you raise this year, Kathy?
No, Cassie.
Cassie?
Yeah.
Oh, Cassie, I'm sorry. $50. How much did you raise this year?
$50.
$50. And how did you go about doing that?
We had a bake sale for people at our church.
Right on. $50, the first Sambro guides. We thank you very much on behalf of Christmas Daddies. Merry Christmas to you, and we'll see you next year, okay? Okay. Thank you very much. Sorry about the name. Okay. Tom, over to you.
Paul, thank you. John Loverin is here from 6273 North Street with a group of friends. Why don't you introduce your group to us?
Well, these are my daughters, actually, oldest to youngest.
Okay, well, tell us their names.
We have Rachel, Stacy, Sarah, and Holly.
Now, you've got a donation to make today to Christmas Daddies. Can you tell us how this money was raised?
This money is raised by the tenants of 6273 North Street by collecting their recyclables. During the year, they use it for the propane and the barbecue. Money left at the end of the year, they give to Christmas Daddies, and then the landlord matches that amount.
Terrific. So what you've got then is 2 donations here today. Can you tell us the amount?
It's $60 from the tenants and $60 from CB McDonald Properties Limited.
Terrific. Well, thank you all for coming in and bringing those 2 nice checks to Christmas Daddies. Paul.
Okay, Tom, we have one last group with us. The crew or part of the crew, I should say, from the HMCS Scotian, Lieutenant Commander Derek Vallis. Derek, welcome to the Christmas Daddies.
Thank you very much.
I see the check here, $635 on behalf of the HMCS Scotian. A very impressive fund. We thank you very much. How did you go about raising this money?
Well, we had a few auctions for various baked goods, cakes, and that sort of thing, and some bake sales, that sort of thing as well. So support from the full company, Ships Company. So.
Right on. Listen, we thank you very much. Before we go, we should plug your crew here. Who do we have with us here?
Actually, I'll let them introduce themselves here.
Able Seaman Nick Reese. Able Seaman Adam White.
Okay, Adam. Oh, there we go.
Chief Petty Officer Paul Edwards.
Thank you very much, guys. $635. We thank you very much on behalf of Christmas Daddies.
Thank you.
All right, now over to my night side partner in crime, Bruce Frisco, just across the studio. Bruce.
All right, thank you very much, Paul. Well, here we are, hour number 4 of Christmas Daddies. There's the website address on your screen, www.christmasdaddies.org. Again, we're in hour number 4. If you haven't called in and made a pledge yet, please do so very shortly. You think you've got problems, by the way. A tree just fell over here and attacked our pianist. Want to tell you now about the Dartmouth Schools Youth Choir. They're about to perform for us. They offer choral training for Dartmouth area schools. As a matter of fact, we're told that every junior and senior high school in the Dartmouth area is represented by this fine group behind me. And furthermore, how's this for dedication? They do all of their rehearsal on their own time. So they're here to perform for us The Bells of Christmas. This is the Dartmouth Schools Youth Choir. Let's give them a big welcome.
Well, there we have some beautiful voices, and you know, we also have some beautiful voices here down at the MTT Alliant Call Center, where I am now. And you know, one of the things that impressed me when I walked in today was the number of red hats, the number of MTT Alliant volunteers that we have. These are also members of the MTT Pioneers, our retired MTT employees. They're all helping out. And I was given a figure here. So far, we've handled over 2,100 calls here at the call center just since noon today. And you know, one of the pledge forms that I've been given, the employees at the Service Department Halifax Shipyards have pledged $1,000, and they'd like to challenge other departments in the Halifax Shipyards or in the dockyard as well. And you know, let me see if I can practice my French. Si vous parlez en français, alors vous pouvez téléphoner ici aussi, parce que we've got French people here, not me. Here we have someone not using their phone right now. What is your name?
My name is Darlene.
And Darlene, you are one of the employees here?
I am. I work for MTT Alliant.
You know, I'm so happily surprised at the huge number of employees that we have down here taking these calls. And here is one on my right just taking a pledge right now. So let's get these telephones ringing. And there's the telephone number, 1-866-486-3737. Or if you're in the local metro area, then you just dial the 486-3737 and get all of our red hats calling. You might even get me on the telephone. Now back to Nancy and Mike at the auction desk.
Where's the hat with the antlers?
And Marnie, where is the hat with the antlers? Good question. Mike's got a story to tell us about this hat, actually. We've got quite a little competition going on your package.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
$500. And who is that who wants to bid? $500 from Burton and Allison Weir in Brookfield if I put this hat on.
They've issued a challenge. That's easy money. You got to admit it.
All right, call him quickly. Get the money.
Okay.
There,
And
done.
Does that go with your package, with the
This?
other
No.
stuff?
No. This
Okay.
is just me wearing it. You
Good
can
answer.
auction this off separately.
I think you better wear it for the duration of this hit. Sorry, that's the
All right,
rule. I
fine.
just made it. I'm
Mhm.
making them up as I go
This
along.
is for the wears.
Okay.
So Mike will be wearing that.
Marnie, remind us what's in Mike's open mic package over there.
Okay,
Picture.
it's
Don't
right
tell him
over
what's
here.
in it. He'll renege on the bid.
Oh yeah.
We're looking
He'll
at
bid
signed
on the
T-shirts,
fact that I'll put
hat,
this hat on.
VIP mug, and a keychain in there, and a signed photo.
The
by Mr.
keychain
Bullard.
with keys for
Yeah, it's
a
beautiful.
car, right?
For nothing, but the VIP mug is something I've never seen before.
Really?
So
You
that's
heard
how
it here
rare that
first.
item is.
Very nice. That sounds familiar, actually. That's what they're like
Yeah.
around here. Okay, Marnie, how else are we
Yeah.
doing?
Well, the House of Blues sent 4 tickets to the Moffats concert. 2 are front row, 2 are third row. And I'm thinking it's a great Christmas gift. The concert is January 22nd.
Great.
And so it'd be a great Christmas gift, something to look forward to in the month of January.
You know who the Moffats are?
Oh yeah, I know who the Moffats are.
Just checking. Just checking.
Lee Livingston Concerts has donated 4 tickets to Wayne Newton's concert, which is December 11th. And what are those up
You know
to?
who Wayne Newton is?
Oh, I know who Wayne Newton is.
$125 for 4 tickets.
Oh, come on.
That's what's up.
That's crazy. And they're good seats, we
They're
hear,
good
too.
seats, I'm told.
Want to go to Wayne Newton with
Is
me?
Wayne Newton opening for the Moffats? That would be a combination.
That would be,
Yeah.
that would be a
There's
show.
a demographic conundrum.
That's like the Rolling Stones opening for the Monkees. Really, it'd be the same type of thing.
I like it.
We have $80 on 4 Rock Cuisine tickets.
Okay.
4 tickets.
Wow.
They're worth $35 each.
So we're up to $20 per ticket. Would that be
Exactly.
a correct assumption?
That's right.
All right, so let's
Good
call in
math.
and get the Rock voisine numbers up.
I wasn't told that your math skills were so sharp.
Yeah, well,
You've been honing them.
that's right.
Excellent. You getting tired of
So we
holding
try
that up
something
there?
else? It's killing me.
Actually, let's ask the director for more time instead of throwing.
There you
No, okay.
We're way past $500 worth,
You can
Burton and
take-
Allison.
You can take the antlers off. You've done a good job.
All right,
Thank
good.
you. That's $500 worth.
Okay.
Let me put it on the basketball to show you the comparison.
And the basketball,
The basketball
is currently worth.
Yeah.
is up to $100.
All right.
And it is worth $250. So let's get those bids coming in. The Moosehead jersey, I'm a little concerned. It's $400 right now, and last year went for $1,500. So let's get
Oh,
the
my
Moosehead numbers up. Rita McNeil, this beautiful package right here from Rita's Tea Room, is up to $30.
Okay.
So let's
Here we
get
go,
those up.
Marnie. The director
Get the hook.
said,
Get the
How's
sorry.
the Mamas and the Papas album
Okay,
doing?
Mamas and the Papas album, 125. We're going to the Navy
$125.
Divers. Sorry.
That's all right.
Hi, I'm Derek Haggett back here with the Navy Divers with Carla Gates. We're in the last stretch of the run. Everything's going quite well. Carla, I understand you have a challenge to tell us about?
Yeah, we just got a call, a challenge from a viewer for the guys to take their shirts off. What? So, yeah, everybody's got to take their shirts off.
Take them off,
apparently.
Here we go.
Woohoo! And while they're taking their shirts off, I'd just like to mention that this run originated in Truro at one time in 1985. They had to change the route for the safety of the runners. A couple of years ago, they actually swam the basin, if you can imagine that.
Come on, boys, strip off your t-shirts. Come on, the shirts are coming off.
Sorry, we're getting tied up in traffic. Everybody, we're going to end the run at Big Leagues, so the next time we see, we'll be at Big Leagues. Bye, Chrissy.
Don't worry, everyone, I'll keep my shirt on.
And I will too.
Well, thank heavens for small favors there. Time for a little bit more entertainment here, and we've got a really great act for you now. We'd like you to meet 12-year-old Dana Hackett. She's from Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia, and she is going to honor us with her version of that old holiday classic, Frosty the Snowman. Here's Dana Hackett.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman is a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be. Say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day, so he said, let's run and we'll out before I melt away. Down to the village with a broomstick in his hand, running here and there all around the square, saying, catch me if you can. He led them down those streets of town, right to the traffic cop, and he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, stop. Frosty the snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye, saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow.
All right. That is so great. To have that amount of confidence and talent at that age, that's so terrific. I want to introduce you now to a special guest. Denise Walker is a captain in the Salvation Army, and the Salvation Army plays a very important role in gathering and distributing the money associated with Christmas Daddies. Tell us about this partnership.
Well, it's actually has a new phase this year, Nancy, because while in past years we received a part of the monies that were raised, this year we are the only partner with Christmas Daddies, and we're very excited, thrilled to have the opportunity, and we're glad to be working with them.
And it is a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Christmas is the busiest time for the Salvation Army. It's one of the busiest times. We start in like October getting ready, and in Halifax alone, for instance, we'll be helping 2,000 families, approximately 4,500 kids. So.
Wow.
And that's just in one city.
So what happens in the next few weeks with the money that's raised?
Well, if I remember correctly, the money is used, and what we do is we buy toys for it. So it helps us because people are constantly giving us toys. But there always seems to be one age group, or maybe there's more toys for girls or more toys for boys, and it gives us the opportunity to go out and fill in the gaps so that no one is left without anything.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Must make you feel pretty good about celebrating Christmas yourself when the day actually comes, knowing all of the good work you've done.
Well, we do the very best that we can, and it certainly gives me a good feeling to go home. I mean, I know from personal experience. I remember the Christmases when my dad was working and things were great, and I remember the Christmases when my dad wasn't working. And if it hadn't been for the Salvation Army, we wouldn't have had anything. So I surely appreciate the work of the Salvation Army. But I also realize that growing up and working with them, that it's not just the Salvation Army. It's a Salvation Army and people like Christmas Daddies. So
absolutely,
it's exciting.
Thank you, Denise, so much.
No problem.
Thank you from all of us.
Okay.
Steve.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Nancy. Sure is great to be in partnership with the Salvation Army, who've been doing such a great job for so many years. And it's great to be in partnership with you on the 37th Annual Christmas Daddies Show. Thank you so much if you've already called. Thank you very much on behalf of kids whose faces you'll never see, but there will be smiles in every one. Let's update our bidding now as our auction continues. Look, my old friend Dickens Scrooge, up there with the Matt Minglewood quilt. You've made a discovery about the back of this quilt, haven't you, Mr. Scrooge?
It has a Cape Breton tartan on the back.
The Cape Breton
It's quite warm. You'd be able to turn the heat down with this in your house. Save some money.
Good thinking. And we have a bid of $200 on the Matt Minglewood quilt. That's from Mr. Hank White. Thanks very much. And leave it to Dick Scrooge to come up with another reason to make a bid. It will keep you warm. Let's have a look now at all the other items up for bids here, beginning with this handsome lamp. It's a schooner in a lamp. A lovely piece of work. It's by Doug Robinson. It's a one-of-a-kind item. You will never, ever see it again. And the bid on that right at the moment is from Otter Lake Management, Waste Management, a bid of $250. Down to the Mariana, which is the handiwork of Mr. Luger Surette, and it's named for ATV's Mariana Bashinsky. We've heard now from Lenny Spicer and the gang at Casino Taxi. The bid is up to $1,500 on the Mariana. Moving over to this handsome candle. Well, candlestick doesn't really do it justice. It's a 5-angel candle holder. And this is made by the good people at Seagull Pewter in Pugwash, Nova Scotia. It's a one-of-a-kind kind of thing. It's a $250 bid right at the moment, and it's from Donnie Gallant. So, Donnie, thanks very much. Now, if you'd like to make a bid on that or any item, 486-3737 is the number to call. The bid up here on the plunger, the Christmas Daddies plunger, which has now been in our auction since way back in 1983, is from Dooley's Chester Card Party, and the bid is $400. The same bidders, Dooley's Chester Card Party, with a $600 bid on the schooner. And there's also a bid from Chester's Dooley Card Party on Snoopy here, a bid of $200. Snoopy donated to us by the Hallmark store in Micmac Mall. So again, to Dooley's Chester Card Party, thanks very much for 3 wonderful bids. Right next door, you see a very lovely piece of handiwork, and this is from Michelle Zwicker down in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. It's a children's dragon chair. Anne and Bruce Raymond have the bid on that right at the moment at $200. 486-3737 if you would like to make a bid. Now look behind here to Joe Kelly's Trucks. A long-standing Christmas Daddies tradition here, Joe Kelly's Trucks. Joe, as we've mentioned before, is somebody who benefited as a child from Christmas Daddies. The bid $500 from Eagle Security. And right to the right, we're looking at 2 lovely bird feeders and bird houses. And the bid at the moment from O'Regan's, the good people at O'Regan's Chevolds, at $500. Last item that we want to mention is the stamp. This is an annual tradition here on the Daddies, donated by Canada Post. And for many years, Kay Bryan, the famous pie lady from the North End Pub, took away the stamp. Kay's retired this year, but we haven't forgotten you, Kay. We love you very much. You've been wonderful to us over the years and passing the mantle on now. The bid at the moment is Rick Clark at $200. And the final item is the biggie, the Navy Fleet Diving Unit Diver's Helmet. The bid on this at the moment, $5,000 from the management staff and patrons right here at the big leagues in Cole Harbor. So, Mr. Scrooge, I would say that you, sir, are well on your way to being proven wrong. And in the interest of prosecuting that point of view, let's take a look at the totals, and let's get a good close look at the look on Mr. Scrooge's face as the generosity of Maritimers continues to unfold here on our Christmas Daddy show. Grand totals and regional breakdowns. Here we come. Beginning with our Moncton total on the CKCW show at $97,419. Cape Breton in there at $67,020. And here on the mainland, here comes $104,310 for a grand total of $268,749. I see a tear in your eye, and I suspect it's not a tear of joy.
Oh, it's awful. They just aren't listening to me, Steve. They're still calling, and I told them not to call. I told them to save their money. Don't make a pledge. Don't call 1-866-486-3737. Please do not call. Save your money. You'll need it to hoard away.
I think you're beginning to crack. Let's go to the phone center. MT&T and Alliant.
Well, Denny.
Well, boy,
I'm glad you got my gift.
For me. That's yours there.
Thank you, Denny. You know, you say that things that go around come around. This is an old reunion for Denny and I. Denny and I went to school together in the north end of Halifax many years ago.
McKay, buddy.
Yes, right. That's the school, isn't it? And we're down here at the MTT Alliant call center where one of our biggest partners is taking all of our calls, and very graciously, too. Been hard working. You've been getting all around, too. You just rushed over.
There's things happening all over town, over in Dartmouth, all over here. We've been up at the studio down here. This is like the labyrinth. We just came through here to find you.
Yeah, well, I was here waiting.
Away in the bowels of the business.
That's right. And you know, we've got some... We've got a young fella here, 11 years old. He just received help from Christmas Daddies this week. So you know what he did? He went and he pledged $5, his allowance, at the Royal Bank. Isn't that a great thing to do? And you know, this is the type that we'd like to see so that children all around the Maritimes can see a Christmas tree like this. Denny brought me this nice gift down from Toronto. It's probably a Mama and Papa's album, and we got that bidding on that too.
One of those air presents.
Yes, and we have another gentleman, Jeff Blenn, has pledged $20, Denny. He would like to challenge all of the other Maple Leaf Poultry employees.
Maple Leaf Poultry to come up with 20 apiece?
Yes, wouldn't that be a good idea?
How do we keep tabs on them?
See, I'm a weatherman. I'm not used to passing this microphone back and forth here.
Well, how do we keep tabs on them and make sure they're all given their 20?
Well, we'll have to figure that out, you know. But when you phone, you tell yourself, or tell us, tell yourself too, you're from the Maple Leaf Poultry. And we're going to keep the phones ringing down here.
Do we take birds or just the money?
We'll take the birds, we'll take the feathers, we'll take whatever you want, buddy. We'll take it all down here. And anyway,
you can get some free birds they can cook up for Christmas. No. money. We want
Someone will
money.
help Denny and I get up off the floor, us old guys. Now we're going to go back to Bruce Frisco and Mike Bullard.
We're here for good. Yeah.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Christmas Daddies continues. Hour 4, can you believe it? It's going on.
I can't believe it, Bruce.
And I must say, it is very nice to be with you in person. Of course, every night we put all the Maritimers to bed. I get them all revved up, and then you put them to sleep.
May I say, the one thing I did say to them today was, don't put me next to someone with a full head of hair. Thank you. Thank you very much, Bruce. Pleasure to be with you.
We've got some great talent now, I guess.
Yes, as a matter of fact, this much lauded 2-piece band boasts a playlist as long as Santa's shopping list. Matter of fact, today they're a 3-piece band. I guess the playlist got to be too much for 2 of them.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And they do everything from they run the gamut from the Beatles to Bryan Adams.
And we heard them rehearse just a moment ago, and they sound fabulous.
They were fantastic. So now we have Bruce and Mackenzie's version of "Happy Christmas."
Let her go.
And so this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so happy Christmas, and a happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one, without any tears. And so this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so happy Christmas, I hope you had fun. The dear and the dear ones, the old and the young. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so happy Christmas, for black and for white, the yellow and red ones that stop all the fights.
Well, Christmas Daddies has gone high-tech this year, and we're welcoming now Harold, Michael, and Malcolm from DDA Computer Consultants. You can, of course, contribute to Christmas Daddies through the website this year. Malcolm, why don't you hold up that web address while we talk about this? How are donations going at this point through the website?
Donations are rolling in steadily. We've broken the $1,000 mark right now, so it's coming along for a first-time kick at this.
So how do people make a donation through the web?
Well, they simply go in, there's a donate button, donate now, fill in the amount they want to donate, enter credit card information, and then it instantaneously goes to the Christmas Daddies bank account, and the website will then respond with a thank you. as well as a tax receipt will come in the mail.
And of course, everybody at Christmas Daddies would respond with a thank you, as we do to the phone calls and the checks that are presented here. With another check, Paul.
All right, Tom, I can't resist being the sports guy that I am. Did you know that dance sport will be an Olympic sport in what year?
2008.
2008, and how fitting we have from the Edgett Dance Training Center on Strawberry Hill in Halifax. We have Victoria and Brenton, and we have a check for $150. Victoria, we're going to ask you, how did you raise the money?
Well, we had various dance nights where people came in and they donated money to Christmas Daddies, and we had a raffle draw at those dances, and we had a jelly bean draw.
Right on.
And that was fun. So.
Oh, fantastic. $150, and you never know, I could be talking with you guys at the Olympics in 2008. So best of luck to you in your dancing. $150. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and back to Tom Walters to my right. Tom.
Well, I'm with Rhonda and Ernst from the Career Academy of Canada. And Rhonda, can you tell me how the money that you're bringing to Christmas Daddies today was raised?
Well, every Friday we had casual day, and we collected $2 for that.
$2 from everybody who wore jeans or...
$2 for everyone who dressed in normal clothing outside the uniform.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And Ernst, why Christmas Daddies? Why did you want to make a contribution here?
Because it's for the children.
And you also have a challenge today, I think, don't you?
Yeah, we're going to issue any challenge out to all the other colleges, especially Scotia Career Academy down the street from us.
Okay. All right. You've been told now, Scotia Career Academy. Thank you very much for coming in. Paul.
All right, Tom, next to me we have from Conrad Brothers employees, we have Ralph and little Cheyenne. How old is Cheyenne?
20 months.
20 months old. Ralph, selling tickets on a basket for goodies, you raised how much this year?
$700.
$700. Let's take a look at the check there, George, if you can. $700 from Conrad Brothers employees. Little Cheyenne and Ralph, we thank you very much on behalf of Christmas Daddies.
Good. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Tom, over to you.
Thank you, Paul. Take a look at this. Mark and Peter from Praxair have come in with a very, very big check. Do you want to tell us how much is on that check?
$2,375.
That is tremendous. How was that raised?
By employee donations.
At Praxair. Well, congratulations to the employees of Praxair, and thank you to the employees of Praxair. $2,375 for Christmas Daddies. Paul.
No offense, guys, we're in a bit of a rush. The metro area Air Cadet Squadrons, we have 5 people on hand here. We have the presenter, who's Anita. Anita?
No.
Anita, over to you. We have $809.10. How did you do it?
Well, a bunch of cadets, about 70 cadets, sat in rocking chairs for 24 hours. They rocked, and they had pie in the face contests and a dance and gained pledges for Christmas Daddies.
Listen, we thank you very much on behalf of Christmas Daddies. Almost $810. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, over to my partner on night side, Bruce Frisco. Bruce.
Well, here we are. How about that? Yeah, imagine that.
Here we
Live
are
television.
with Aslan.
Our good friend Aslan Debison, who has really made a name for herself, not only in the Maritimes, but right across the country in recent months.
That's right. Now, how old were you when you started singing?
When I was 3.
3? No kidding, huh? Wow. How old were you when you could tie your shoes?
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't expect that question, did you?
No.
All right. And do you enjoy singing?
Yeah.
Any plans to make an album soon?
I'll have a Christmas album out next Christmas.
All right.
Well, certainly told us.
And if you sell millions and millions of copies, you won't even stop to talk to people like myself and Bruce?
I don't know.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
All right. There's no point holding her back any longer, I guess. Aslan Debison with an original Bruce Guthrow tune right now for you. This is Dylan's song, Aslan Debison.
Christmas is a special time. There's magic everywhere you go. But while Santa's busy making toys, tell me, did you know? God, he watches over me when I turn out the lights, and he flies with the angels who help me do what's right. And you know he's in my mom's hands that took me in so tight when I fall asleep on Christmas night. He dances on the snowflakes
that come down from the sky. And you know he feels the teardrops that run down from my eyes. And he's the one who ties my knife to teach me how to tie, because he knows just how hard I try. Every night he lights the stars for all the world to see. You know his arms can reach as far as I need them to be. So when I sit down on Santa's chair, God's on the other knee. I can't see him, but I just have to believe. But we can't see him, but just have to believe. Have to believe.
Aslan Devis. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Fantastic.
And we hate to do this, but you have to leave us now. You're taking off.
Yeah.
Where are you off to?
Home.
Okay, got to go back home to Cape Breton.
All
Listen, thank you so much for joining us in the Halifax portion of Christmas Daddies today, and I guess we have to head down to Big Leagues now, where our old friend Steve Murphy is standing by. Steve.
All right, thanks very much, Bruce. I want to take a moment now to talk about a friend of ours who has passed away in the last year, and he's somebody who was on this show for many, many years. I'm speaking here of Kenny Murphy, who was a Christmas Daddies regular with his musical partner, Robbie Pettipaw. They were here from the very beginning, and they were here as recently as last year, Murphy and Pettipaw. And I'd like to just show you, because these are two of the guys, two performers who did so much for this program, and we are truly sorry this year to have lost Kenny Murphy at the age of 83 from East Chesuncook, Nova Scotia. So to Kenny's family and friends, certainly you have our condolences, but I would like to also add this. Kenny, through his gift of music with Robbie Pettipaw, has helped to make Christmas for so many thousands of kids in the province of Nova Scotia, that is a legacy of which you can all be very, very truly proud. And I might also add that it's something that gives us some consolation as we mourn Kenny's passing. So again, we'd ask you, in the memory of guys like Kenny, and in the memory of so many others who've come and gone, who've been part of this program since its inception 37 years ago, pick up the phone and give us a call, 486-3737. It's about making dreams come true. And while you'll never see all of the faces of the children whose dreams you're fulfilling, there will be a smile on every one of them on Christmas morning if you pick up the phone and call us right now, please. 486-3737, in memory of Kenny and to help so many of our kids here in mainland Nova Scotia. Okay, it's time now to check in on our friends up at the Cape. The show continues at CJCB in Sydney with Bill Jessom and company, and now let's go check on the Cape Breton show. Here we go.